It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. And it comes your way next.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. He's going to run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Back deep for New England, Demario Douglas. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But He has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They'll go play action with May. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
May to throw on second down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First and 10. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now Gibson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in! Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Once again, it's Chubb, working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Watson. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's caught by 4. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be 4. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 16 and very quickly a 1st down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and that's a big-time play.
11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's going to tuck it and go. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That is caught downfield by Douglas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That'll be complete to Gibson. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Again, it'll be Stevenson. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. From out of the gun, here's May. Good blocking, and he's in. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it, and the Pats extend their advantage to 14-3. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. He airs strong on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Running is Chubb. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 14-3 is the score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing is Watson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Patriots are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, Gibson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah in on the stop. They face second down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage and a first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he will score. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Sly now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Patriots move out to a 21-3 advantage. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, this is Strong. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jelani Tavai there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense and running back Antonio Gibson heading out onto the field. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah in on the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Now, May. He'll try to run for it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Hit by Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Watson, going to give it to Chubb. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and 2, and it's Watson. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. Second and 7. Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similarly.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Now it's Watson. To the left side, he's got Njoku. He is in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah in on the stop. May to throw on second down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is May. Open man, right side. He's got it. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is May. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw now, May. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Stevenson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Open man is Douglas. It's complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Here's May. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Throwing is May. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one taken in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Pats add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Watson. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. This throw left is complete with Judy. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down. Again, it's Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within 2 scores.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Patriots are on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. Off the play fake, here's May. He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
On the carry, it's Stevenson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. On fourth down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Watson. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw is Watson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This returnable for Douglas. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot receiver headed right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
A give up the middle to Stevenson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, It's May. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back, but instead you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Yeah! And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. A carry now for Gibson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 3rd down, here's a run by Stevenson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Patriots ready for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Watson. To the sideline. He's got more. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Browns 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They give it, and it's 4. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down. Watson now on 3rd down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll go play action with May. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Gibson. And let's give him about 4 on that one. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Here's 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, here's May. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
To throw is May. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Slot man in motion left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
They'll try and throw. Here's May. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Sly's kick is good. And the Pats will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. This one caught by Akins. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the gun, here on 3rd down, Watson. That's to the open man, it's Tillman.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert to 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line, It's a loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw is Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's caught by Ford. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, Gibson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll spot Henry, open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. Throwing on 2nd down, May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On second down, it's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They send him right out of the slot. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Gibson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
May going to look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, New England. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Now he'll run. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Patriots has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Slot receiver headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Watson to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Watson, looking deep here for Tillman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
On the quick slant, that's Judy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Back to throw is Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. They picked it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. To throw is Watson. Quick throw here is complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. From inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Browns. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Browns are able to edge a bit closer. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Now it's Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's Watson out of the pistol. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a third down and 4. Here's Watson. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
In trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
This throw left is complete with Judy. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They snap it to Watson. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
That's almost unfair. I mean, 4th and a mile. You got nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's able to just tuck it down and pick it up with his legs. There's just not a lot of guys in the league that can make that play, and you can see a lot of those defenders hanging their heads saying, we know we just gave him one.
That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Deshaun Watson, touchdown Cleveland. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. It's up and through, and the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Second down and 8. A carry now for Gibson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run out of the gun, and it's Stevenson. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.